Hey friends, it's Samara here with another layout. This month we are featuring Echo Park's Craft Room. In the flavors of the month, you will get these three adorable papers. Look at how cute they are. I am loving the colors, and as always, this stripe, oh my gosh, yummy. So again, we get those three papers. You'll get some enamel dots as well as two sheets of sticker paper here, stickers, and two pieces of white textured cardstock. In the embellishment kit, you will get a full 12 by 12 sheet of stickers. Look at how cute those are. And then in the pattern paper kit, you will get these two additional papers. Loving that little plaid. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is start off with my white base. I'm actually going to be using minimal paper on this layout. I'll also be using some inks from my stash. These are all from 49 to Market. All right, so like I was saying, I'm going to be using a minimal amount of paper on this layout. In fact, it will just be this one sheet here and not very much of it. I absolutely love the little stickers and other doodads, so I chose to do that instead, as well as a fun little cool mixed media trick here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just trim up my photos. And I was going to try to use the 4x6 as well as two 3x4 photos. In the end, I do change that up. I just couldn't make it work. So I really wanted to run this stripe down the middle of the paper with my pictures kind of like clustered around the middle with the mixed media on the sides. That was my original plan. So I cut my paper to be about, 3.5 inches by 12 inches with my stripes going horizontally. And I kind of eyeball it and I'm liking this. I'm still trying to figure out my picture placement. This is normally where I start my layout. So again, I'm just not feeling it. I'm really struggling with this placement. All right, well, let's go ahead and do some mixed media, right? So here we go. We're going to start off by using some of these new 49 Market ink pads. These are from my stash. So the pink is called Doll Face, and I'm just taking the ink directly to the plastic. It's acting as a palette. I'm going to take this blue, oh my goodness, I don't remember the color. And then we have like this kind of pinky, like orangish color almost. And all I'm doing is adding some water here. A very, very wet brush, just kind of moving the color around. And I'm going to take my paper directly to that plastic and just spread it around. So you can see, and I'm just taking the rest of the paint and putting that back down onto the paper. Without, I was going to say without cleaning, but I did clean my palette here. So I'm just taking a little bit of water, seeing if I can move that paint around. I could not, so we're going to add some more. I keep calling it paint. You know what I mean, ink. I'm using the ink as paint. So we have some of that kind of pinky red color and then some yellow, and I'm blending them together in some places. A lot of water here, okay? So just taking this straight to my layout. I'm loving the way that that looks. And I take the leftovers and just add it to a different part of the layout. We are going to add some more ink to this plastic. So just a little bit more of that brighter pink. I think that one was actually called Doll Face. And we'll go ahead and drop that in. So you can see that I have a lot of water on this paper. I wasn't sure how it was going to tolerate, the paper was going to tolerate all this wet media, but it actually worked out really well. So I keep these old washcloths in my studio that I use to clean up my messes. Anyway, I'm taking the green now and I'm just going to water this down very, very wet and a very thin paintbrush. And I'm just going to splatter that green on top of what I've already done. So you can see it just adds a little bit more interest, some fun detail. All right, so because my studio is still a hot mess, I have no idea where my heat tool is. So I tried to dry it just using a little fan. That did not work. So I let it sit for about, 30 minutes or so until it was dry. I joked 5 hours later. All right, so now I'm back, still trying to go with that center design. And I'm realizing here that this is not going to work because I am covering up all of that wonderful mixed media that I had just created. So I took that large photo and I just reprinted it in a smaller size. So trying to see if I can make this work with these 3 photos. But now my paper stripe is either too small or too big, right? So it's just not going to work. I kind of liked that placement. I think that I might try that for a different layout. So still trying to use that big photo. I'm going like back and forth, back and forth. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about my studio. So a couple years ago, I moved everything downstairs and rebuilt it. Well, now I'm back upstairs in the temporary because of all the water damage that we had downstairs. And hopefully by the time that this video posts, I will be 90% back in my new studio and it is better than ever. You guys are going to love it. So here I decide, you know what, we're not doing the center strip anymore. We're going to cut this paper down. So it's about, 1 3/4 inches each side. And then we're going to go ahead and place these onto the sides of the layout. So it's like framing that mixed media. All right, I like that. That looks nice. Still trying to use that large photo. That would have worked, but I didn't like that it covered up so much of the background. So now we're going to go in with, this is going to be our final layout. Oh my gosh, it took forever to get to this point, right? And I'm going to do something that I very rarely do. I'm putting my pictures down on an angle, but it just kind of worked with this style of layout, right? I'm going to be grabbing some of my foam tape. I apologize, you guys. My hands were like off camera a lot and my supplies were off camera. Again, I'm still dealing with like a makeshift studio upstairs and things are just not where they need to be. I was running out of room on my desk. So adding some more foam tape here. Positioning that top photo in there. And then we're going to position that lower one. Loving this so far. So looking at the 2 sticker sheets that came in my paper kit, those were the smaller sticker sheets. And this large sticker sheet comes from the embellishment kit. So I loved that little title, Find Me in My Craft Room. Oh my gosh, that is so perfect. My craft room is truly a sanctuary for me. I come home and I just sit in silence in my craft room and I'm just at peace. It's an amazing experience. So I love the way that that looks there. I loved this little rainbow brush. In fact, I actually have a rainbow brush in my room. I'll have to show you guys at some point. So adding that little rainbow brush. And I love that little pink ATG. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Do you guys know that those are discontinued now? If you have one, you better hold on to it because you will not be able to find another one right now. So just continuing on, trying to find some more little stickers and embellishment. I loved this one, capturing magic in like a little frame. Oh my gosh. That's absolutely the truth. My craft room is magical. So I play around with this for a while, just trying to find the perfect location for it. And as always, I struggle. So when all else fails, add some foam. You can see I take this little capturing magic all over the page. And in the end, it ends up right there by that brush. All right, so looking at my big sticker sheet from the embellishment kit, I love that little glue bottle. It's so perfect. So we'll just put that straight down. And then what else can we find on this big sticker sheet? How about this blue camera? I love that. I feel like it helps to balance some of the blue from the background, the blue from the glue bottle. It just is a perfect addition to this page. Now we're going to head over to our word strips, and the word strip, this sticker sheet came from my flavors of the month. Your sticker sheets might vary depending on what you got. So I have two mini supplies, never, play with paper, and always creating. I absolutely love those. Those are so perfect. Let's go ahead and add some enamel dots because no page is complete without some enamel dots. I was trying to pick those up originally with my fingers, but it was not happening with these nails. So my little tweezers to the rescue. Look at how fun that is. All right, but it needs something more. What we need is a line around the whole page. So I love to do these little hand-drawn squiggly lines. People say, I can't even draw a straight line. My lines weren't straight. They are very squiggly. So I decide to frame the entire page with a black squiggly line. And then I go back and I do frame the inside of the white part as well. And I could do that in a little bit. Right now I'm just writing very sloppy, very artistic writing. Having a beautiful art studio is one of the best things in our house. And then we're going to go in and add that additional line on the white part of the layout as well. There we go. All right, friends, that is just about it. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you try some mixed media on your pages as well.